Hi, in this video I'll show you how to make a mirror in Godot. We're going to use viewport camera method, where a second camera creates an illusion of a real reflection. You can move this mirror around, rotate it, and it will still work just fine. This is an updated version of a method that I have seen on a video from 7 years ago. You can see it on screen right now. Also thanks to these two guys who commented under that video for how to update this to current Godot. This tutorial is mostly based on their solution. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we'll create a new scene. As a main node, we'll use mesh instance 3D. We will call it a mirror. Inside that, let's add a child, SubViewport. Inside it, camera 3D. Let's call it mirror cam. And also, as a sibling to SubViewport, let's add a node 3D. Let's name it dummy cam. Make sure to go to the mirror cam and turn on current. Now for the mesh, let's choose a plane. In materials override, let's create a new material shader. Of course, make sure to save the scene. And then we need to make it local to scene. Now in shader parameters, we set to our SubViewport. Now let's create a script for the mirror. Click on this, hold them, and before dropping, hold Ctrl. We will start by adding mirror to the mirrors group. Then we'll create a function update cam. Where we will start by flipping the mirror. Then we'll copy player camera into the dummy. Then we'll flip back. Then we'll copy the dummy into the mirror camera. Now we'll flip across the x-axis. And then we match the mirror FOV to the player FOV. Next thing, just like the second comment mentioned, we can create a update view size function. Thanks to this, we won't have to change the viewport size manually. And then we'll call it in ready. Then let's go to the player controller scene. And for the camera, create a script. We can call it main cam so we know what it is for. And here in processes, we make it so it tells the mirror to update its reflection every frame. Okay, that's done. So now let's throw the mirror into the scene. And we can see it works nicely. You can also rotate the mirror, it will also work just fine. Another thing you can do is that if you don't care much about the quality of the reflection in the mirror, care much more about performance, you can decrease the quality of the reflection directly in the code. So now the quality of the reflection in the mirror will be halved. I'm gonna keep it at normal quality, so I'll just delete that. Now let's create a new scene. I'm gonna show you how to add a frame to the mirror and still have the reflection reflect everything correctly. So let's scale it, make sure that the mirror mesh fits in there. Okay, let's save this. And let's throw it into the main scene. However, as you can see right now, there's nothing visible in the mirror. Why? Because the camera view is getting covered by the frame. So what we have to do is go to the mirror cam And in the cull mask, turn off one layer. Then in the mirror frame, we'll go to Visual Instance Layers and we'll turn on the one layer that we turned off in the mirror camera. Turning off that layer in the cull mask makes it so the camera doesn't see that layer, so everything that we place on that layer will not be visible in the mirror. But of course, you probably want the mirror to be inside the house and not somewhere outside. And of course, the mirror camera is getting completely blocked by the wall. Since we can turn off the entire house, we'll just rip off that one wall that is covering the camera. You can name it something obvious so it's easy to find. Make it invisible for a moment to see if you for sure got everything. If you didn't, then get the rest. And now let's export it. As you can see, we now have it in our scene. If you didn't immediately get it, then you can just right click on the house import and re-import it. And now, only on that specific wall, we turn off all the layers and only turn on the layer that is not seen by the mirror. Just one more advice at the end. You may want to jump around the room a bit to see if the mirror is getting covered by anything. Not that's great, but if you find any object, then again go and change their visibility to make them invisible to the mirror camera. As I go through this, if this video helped you in any way, leave a like and subscribe. So yeah, just walk around the room to see if there's anything. For me, it's still getting covered by some wall. And it's getting covered by this wall over here. As you move back, the mirror camera moves the other way, so it's getting blocked by the wall at the other end of the corridor. So after changing visibility for that wall, now it's no longer getting covered. Thanks for watching.